Hi, I'm Karen.
I'm Winnie.
This is our podcast, What's to Fear? Alright, so to begin with, I think each of us should talk about something we're both afraid of. My classic go-to is always that I am afraid of pigeons because they're nasty and we live in New York City and they're super assertive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I think they got so used to people feeding them, just like tossing out breadcrumbs, that they go and attack you for food.
They don't attack you. Have you had experience with squirrels? I feel like you would cry.
I would probably cry.
They're way more intense.
Are they really?
I saw one climb up this guy's leg.
Was he trying to feed?
No, he wasn't. He was just standing there.
Where was this? Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
That's so gross. I hate that. I think... Okay, the reason why I don't like pigeons is because I feel like they invade my personal space.
Okay.
I have a relatively modest comfort zone, and they're like, yo, you got some food? And I'm like, you need to step away.
Okay.
I don't need you to be in my personal business trying to get food from me and pretending like you own the place. I want them to just stay away.
Okay.
I
get that. Yeah, sure.
I think this actually originated because a friend of mine in middle school was always like, oh my god, like I'm so scared of pigeons. And I wasn't afraid of pigeons at that point. But it got to a point where seeing her be so afraid of pigeons made me afraid of pigeons. It also, we watched the movie, I think it was called The Birds. And that kind of freaked me out. Even though I knew it was fake and it wasn't about pigeons, it was about, like, I think crows or ravens, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, seeing that just made me feel so unsettled that I was like, well, birds just aren't my thing. And so since then I've been afraid of pigeons. Yeah. Okay. Or, like, wildlife creatures, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm afraid of, wow. I mean, I'm not as bad anymore, but I used to be really scared of balloons. And I don't know how it started. I think I'm just really scared of them popping. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I've told you this before.
Yeah.
But, like, with my sister, and how when she found out that I'm afraid of balloons, it was, like, her best day ever. She just keep blowing them up around me. But I think that made it worse because I felt like I was like trapped
in a house where she's just blowing balloons.
She's like chasing me around with the balloons. It freaked me out. But yeah.
That sounds terrifying. She sounds like the devil.
She is. Like, I still wouldn't hold a balloon. Like, I wouldn't really, like, I can blow one up. Yeah. But, like, not to, like, a really big size.
What's your comfort zone? Like, what is the biggest you'll like to go before you'd be like, that's too
like,
much?
When it gets a little tight.
Oh, so that's, like, this size.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like, okay, that's good. It's, like, the saddest balloon ever.
Alright. Don't deflate after.
Don't ever let me blow up balloons at a party.
Oh my god.
They don't just be, like, mediocre size.
You know, once I brought, I was at a friend's house. It was when I was in elementary school. And we were having fun, as kids do. It was the summer. And we had balloons lying around. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to make a water balloon, is what I thought.
Okay.
And so I took a balloon. I went to the bathroom, pulled it over the sink, let loose, right? And it was like a really small water balloon. It was really like this. Like, if I threw it, it probably wouldn't pop. Like, that's how small it was. And I carried it around me, like, I guess through the house, or, like, I went to, like, the backyard, because that's where everyone else was, and then, I was kind of, like, tossing it around, but, like, it didn't burst, because it wasn't big enough to pop in the first place. And then, I think afterwards, that same friend was like, hey, you're not allowed to go to my house anymore. And I was like, oh crap, what I did, because it was like, you know, a birthday party. I thought I was being very polite, you know, was I being rude or anything? She's like, my mom saw you with the water balloon and she just didn't want you around anymore. And I was like, Well, okay then.
What did you think you were gonna do?
I don't know, because the thing is, it didn't pop. You know, it just like maybe it rolled around a bit in the backyard.
She's like, that's it.
Yeah.
She's not coming anymore.
And so I wasn't allowed to go over anymore. And I was like, I mean, it was my first and last time there. And I think from then on, I was like, well, I'm just not going to burst. To bring any balloons in any, like, birthday party. I think that's the lesson I learned there.
That's the start of your fear of water balloons.
I'm not afraid of them, but I've actually never been in a water balloon fight. So I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like it bursting.
I've never been in one either, so I probably wouldn't like it.
I feel like it's well, you're not afraid of water, so it wouldn't be like two fears at once.
No.
Where
I don't know, because they don't make like a loud sound or anything. I mean, okay, I'm really sensitive to sound. Mm-hmm. That's probably why. Because, like, when I watch horror movies, like, I can see, like, jump scares, but I can't hear them, or else they'll freak me out. So it's probably, like, a sound thing.
For me, I just don't like the unsettling sound, like that, like... Well, that's not what it sounds like, but you know what I mean?
It's like a bad car screech.
Oh my god. But you know what I mean? Like that, like, violin-y, high-pitched, like...
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
For me, I just can't handle any type of jump scare. Well, you know that, but I don't like watching horror films at all. I'm surprised you can even handle it.
I mean, I don't like them, but...
You still watch them?
They're not that bad. I mean, yeah, because, you know, when someone's like, do you want to watch it with me? I'm like, why not? Yeah.
I don't have the courage to do that. Well... Alright, let's begin. So, someone, still as all hell, comments, they're afraid of open water. To me, nothing is more frightening than being alone in the middle of the ocean. There is nothing around you for miles. You have no idea which direction to go. You are in an ever-changing landscape of monstrous waves and churning currents that are waiting to suck you under the surface. Not to mention the prospect of the unknown. Who knows what lurks beneath you in the darkest parts of the sea? Everything is capable of killing you. Also, drowning is one of the worst ways to go.
Okay.
Thank you, still as all hell.
That's intense.
It really is.
Like, halfway through, I was like, is this a joke?
No, I think they're serious, because a lot of people are afraid of open waters. Yeah. Right? Like the ocean or like the sea, stuff like that. I think my first experience with someone who is afraid of open water was Finn from Adventure Time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he has this, it's a really funny cartoon to look back on and see him be like, you know, make those faces.
Oh, wait, I remember that.
Yeah, he goes like, and just like a drop of water. Yeah. I'm not up to date, so like I don't remember what the cause of it was, but I think it was like part of his background story. But yeah, that was my first experience. So, like seeing him like panic, because he didn't want to, but like being forced to go into the ocean, and he was just like not about it. I was like, oh damn, that must feel really intense. Because I can totally understand like some parts of it, you know, the parts where well, one, everything is capable of killing you. Because I think there's more sea creatures? Yeah, sea creatures than there are land creatures, right? Land creatures? Yeah, there are, yeah. Land animals? What are they called?
You can call them land animals.
Land animals, yeah. And I think especially since human technology hasn't evolved to the point where it can go beneath 100,000 kilometers. Is that a long?
Where are you getting that number from?
I'm like,
are you making it up?
I am making it up.
Why even bring up a number then?
50 kilometers.
I don't know.
No, not 50. 50,000. 50,000 kilometers.
Okay, sure.
Sounds about right. I have no idea. But you know, human technology just hasn't evolved to the point where we can go any deeper than whatever kilometers it is, and so there's just like huge amount of water or ocean mass that just hasn't been discovered yet. Have you seen, like, those really creepy fish?
I love them.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
They're so cool. I love learning about
I used to
animals.
want to be like a, there's a word for it. I don't remember. A fish scientist.
Is there actually? Oh, yeah, I believe there's a word for it.
Oh, wait, a marine biologist.
Oh! You know what I was thinking? A fishologist. I got the ologist part right.
That's the easy part. Okay, yeah.
The second easy part is the fish. Fishologist.
Back to the fear.
Yes. But what if you were... I mean, I'm sure it's still just as freaky if you're in a submarine and you're still underwater.
Well, submarines even worse.
If you're claustrophobic, maybe.
No, because, like, if you're on a ship...
Yeah.
And it sinks.
Yeah.
Like, someone can come save you. But I don't know what would happen if, like, the submarine sinks. Or, I don't know, get flooded or something.
Alright, okay. This proposes a new question now. Which is worse? You know what I'm getting at. Where, if you're on a ship and your ship's being sunk, or if you're on a submarine and that's being sunk. Which is worse? For me, I'm gonna say ship. Because if it sinks, you're dying. You're gonna die.
The same with the submarine.
Well, yeah, but you have some oxygen left. And you're not, like, immersed in water. Because if there's a water pressure, if you're on a ship, it's gonna kill you for sure.
Water pressure?
Yeah. Wait, are we talking about, like, from surface level sinking? Or I'm thinking, like, it's, like, middle of the ocean.
Oh. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking, like, on the surface.
If it's on the surface, then yeah, ship.
Like, you're still in the ship while it's, like...
Yeah, ship is the way to go then. Like, that's the safe route. Because someone's gonna save you. But if someone can't see human bodies in a submarine on the surface, you know?
But I'm sure there's, like, some... like, plan there for if that happens, you know? Maybe they have, like...
life jackets in the submarine.
You're gonna die while you're, like, floating up.
Oh, scuba tanks then. Not scuba tanks,
like oxygen tanks?
Yeah, wetsuits and, like, oxygen tanks.
Yeah, I don't know, that's a good question.
Because I'm sure on a ship there's not enough. There's more, like, it's more, like, on a surface level thing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have, like, little boats.
I don't know.
Maybe
that's a good question, but I don't think I know enough about ships or submarines.
You're the one who said you wanted to be a marine biologist.
I know.
A fishologist.
I gave it up a long time ago.
When did you go? Like, when you just...
What made you go? Elementary school.
Is it just, like, a fleeting dream? Like, you're like, yeah, I should be a marine biologist. And then suddenly it's like, maybe not.
Yeah, like, I read this awesome book.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, like, looking at the pictures, like, this is awesome. But then I never thought about it again. Yeah, that was me wanting to be a marine biologist.
I don't think I've had any dreams. Oh, so that sounds weird. I meant to say, I don't think elementary school me had any, like, aspiring dreams to be, like, you know, this or that. I think I was just kind of like, we'll see where life gets me.
That's okay. I don't remember half of my dreams.
Alright, well, second one, let's do, this one's easy. Wayfarer says public speaking. They're afraid of public speaking.
That's it? That's all he said?
Yep, public speaking, 2 words.
Wait, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh! Public speaking...
I think you're okay with public speaking.
I'm really not.
Generally. I mean, you're, like, trying.
But you can tell, like, okay, what do you define as public speaking? Are we talking about, like, in front of a crowd, or, like, among people you don't know, or classroom setting, which is where I think I do most of my, like, speaking, public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's your definition of public speaking?
I think, like, everyone has different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know some people who speaking in front of a classroom, like, it's horrible for them. But, like, it's okay for me. Mm-hmm. But I'm terrified of speaking in front of a crowd, like a large amount of people.
Oh,
So, like, you know, they're both fears of public speaking, but, like, different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, I would say I can barely just manage speaking in a classroom. But I think it's because, well, you get along with the people in your class. So, like, generally you at least know, let's say 80% of them. Yeah. 70-80% of them. Like, you know them. Mm-hmm. And you've been in the same class for at least half a semester, or at least a whole semester now, right? So I think that's, because in the beginning where you still, are you currently in a class where you didn't know majority of them in the beginning of the semester?
Right now, no.
Okay. Or at least, like, last semester, since you have, like, most of the same classes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, definitely.
And then in the beginning of those types of classes, were you still, like, afraid of talking or, like, speaking up in class?
No. I don't think that's really much of a problem for me, really.
Did you just get used to it over, college?
Yeah. I mean, even in high school, I didn't mind it too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, like, when I was really young, like, in elementary school, I was terrified of it. Mm. Like, even in front of the kids in my class. Mm. Like, we had to remember this poem. We had to recite it.
Oh, that's terrible. I hate reciting poems.
And, like, I knew it, you know? Like, I studied my butt off. Like, I was practicing all the time. But then in front of, like, these, like, 15 kids, I couldn't say it. I was, like, horrified.
The stupid-ass kids. I was ruining everything. Oh, my gosh. Well, for me, I think I'm not terrible with public speaking. I think I can kind of, like, hold my ground and, like, whatever. As it is, I think, with most people, in the beginning, I tend to be a lot more nervous. And then as the presentation goes on, because for me, I have to do more marketing presentations. So I have to talk about, like, companies, their brand image, their, you know, how we plan to change their brand image and make it better so that they're more successful, stuff like that. And so I kind of have to talk about stuff like that. It's a lot less personal, because I know I'm taking an art class, and I know in that art class, I can talk about whatever. Like, I don't need to plan ahead. I kind of just make it up on the spot. Yeah. Like I have what I need to be prepared, like, in terms of, like, assignments and whatever. But if I'm presenting it in class and we're discussing it, I'm just like, well, I'll just do it when I get there. And I think it's, like, a level of personalness that comes with it. Yeah. Because it's like I'm sharing a story, I'm a lot less nervous. I think sometimes people tend to, like, you can hear their voice kind of, like, shake a little bit. Yeah. Or, like, they'll hold their hands and it'll be, like, shaking visibly. I think for me, sometimes you can kind of see that I'm nervous. But I think it's just because I'm not used to presenting so often. I think for you have to present, like, once a week? More? Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I think it'd be really easy to get over it. It does get, like, you do get used to it after a while. Mm-hmm. It's easier. I feel really bad for people who just can't talk. But I think more specifically people that can't not raise their voice, but, like, speak at a louder volume. But also, it's different, because, like, I'm a very naturally loud person. I feel like at times I have to tone my volume down, or, like, sometimes I don't even notice how loud I'm getting. But I feel like it's really, for me personally, I find it a little troublesome when the person who's presenting, like, talks very softly, or, like, can't speak up. Yeah. And I'm sitting in the back, and I'm like, you gotta speak up. Some people just can't do it, though. Like, I know someone who, she had, like, a public speaking class, and that was something she had to actually, like, work on. Oh, like, she couldn't, it was hard for her to actually raise her voice. And, like, maybe there's a word for it, I don't know, but she just couldn't speak loudly. I don't know, I don't really know why, but, I mean, it's something that some people have to work on. Yeah. Have you ever taken a communications class? No. So, I took one, and I didn't like the class because, well, I mean, it was an intro to communication class, and you're supposed to learn how to talk, like, for example, like during a presentation, and how to get used to speaking in front of other people, especially like classmates and stuff. And it was a pretty small class. It was like 20 students, maybe like 25. And I remember in that communication class, I did not learn anything. Like everything I'm not bad at presenting. I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I'm not bad at it.
Yeah.
You know? And so being in that level, like, I knew the key to presenting, especially, or like, in this case, public speaking, is just confidence.
Yeah.
I think, like, a lot of times you just have to, like, kind of fake it until it seems believable, I guess.
You know what? I actually, there was this guy who came to give a presentation in my school, and he talked about how, like, when he went to, like, interviews and stuff, he would, like, he would pretend like he's someone who's good at interviews.
Oh.
Yeah. And that apparently helped him a lot, so I think that's something with public speaking, too. Maybe if you, like, act like you're someone who's really good at public speaking.
I think I've thought about doing that before. I don't recall ever, like, actively thinking it while I'm presenting. I kind of want to try it now. Do you think you can... How long do you think you can go for talking about something you have no idea about, but just pretending like you do? How far do you think you can go before you either, like, run out of things to make up, or maybe even, like, someone's like, what are you talking about?
It depends. I mean, I'm not saying you should, like, go into a presentation completely unprepared and just pretend like you know what you're talking about. I don't think that's gonna work very well, but it really depends. Like, I can't talk about, like, rocket science.
To a bunch of scientists, and they're just
rocket
like...
science. ROCKET.
Keep going. SCIENCE. Science.
Looks like you're watching 10 more minutes.
You know, taking a bunch of marketing courses, we actually, I think Steve Jobs especially comes up a lot because, you know, Apple being this huge industry, let's say, this huge brand, and there's this very famous speech, or I guess, like, talk he did when he first introduced Apple products. I think it was the Macintosh.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Basically, all you need to know, he just discusses it, like, oh, you know, this is gonna change the world, revolutionize, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I think the biggest takeaway from it is that every professor I've had that referenced it is always like, he had to have practiced that. To every, like, action, every, like, wave of the hand, every pause, that's all prepared.
Really?
That's, yeah, or at least that's what they say.
Do you think so?
I would believe it.
Does it look like it? Because I haven't seen it.
Well, it's made to look natural. It's not like he's going, like, you know, and then just...
That's crazy.
Winging it. It's more like he had to have practiced, like, every single thing he did, every single saying, every single thing he said, every single thing he did, like, how he paces around the stage. Like, all of that is... I don't want to say staged, because it's more like it's practiced, it's rehearsed, until it's, like, perfect, so that when he does give the speech, or during the time he did give the speech, it's, like, believable. It's going to sell this new brand that's coming out with this new product. So, fun fact, marketing.
That's cool. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Alright, let's do one last thing. Let's do this one. Alright, so Minotaur?
The mythical creature?
Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Okay, so Minotaur 11 says, sneezing while driving. Oh, no, that's a username. So, Minotaur 11 says, sneezing while driving. I know my eyes are closed for a fraction of a second, but I'm always afraid I'll die in a flaming wreck.
I get that.
That's relatable, yeah.
That's, like, a reasonable fear.
It really is. I think it's really funny because I can only... If someone says, oh man, I I can't. Sneezing while driving, like, that drives, I cannot do it, you know? You can't help but imagine someone who's at the wheel and being like, I need to sneeze, like, really fast.
Oh.
Because, like, they don't want to close their eyes for anything more than a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Right? I would imagine the same, like, playing Mario Kart. Because I don't know how to drive it. So playing Mario Kart, you know, have you had those races where your eyes, you need to blink?
Yeah, but you're just like, no. I might fall off.
Oh my gosh, yes. What if there was a contraption that, like, I don't want to say widened your eyes, but, like, held it open?
That sounds horrible. That sounds like a torture device.
No, but, like, while your eyes get moisturized.
You can create that. I don't know if anyone would buy it.
No one would ever.
How would it moisturize your eyes?
It would spray something in it.
That'll blind you, I'm pretty sure.
Or, like, moistening drops. It'll, like, every, like, couple seconds, it'll, like, secrete, you know, just the perfect amount of moisture for your eyes.
Okay, you keep working on that.
Well, how would you solve this problem? Because, like, what makes people sneeze? That's a weird question.
Yeah, that is a weird question. I don't know how I would solve it, but, like, I don't think a lot of people die from sneezing while driving.
But some people are very... You know those people that, like, either like, they scream when they sneeze? Mm-hmm. Or, they have a lot of arm movements. Like, their whole body, like, just kind of shakes.
Yeah.
Is that... Okay, first of all, is that, like, a once in a blue moon kind of thing where they, like, every now and then they'll sneeze like that? Or is that, like, every single time kind of sneeze?
I don't know.
I don't think I know a lot of people. I knew this one girl who, like, had the highest pitched sneeze. It was kind of annoying. I knew she couldn't help it. It was like you think a high pitched sneeze, and then, like, she went from, like, here to, like, ooh. That's how her sneeze sounded. Like,
That's her talent.
What kind of talent is that? You're not gonna go to America's Next Top
Model.
Wait, next
American Idol? Wait, America's Got Talent?
America's Got Talent. I was gonna say America's Top Talent. America's Got Talent. And then just sneeze your way through.
She's gonna prove you wrong one day.
I'd want to see that happen, actually. I'd want to see her just sneeze, and then the judges go, oh my god, who is that?
It hit the golden buzzer. Is that... Am I talking about the right show right now?
Wait, I have no... What's the golden buzzer?
I don't know.
I was thinking the one where,
Oh, is that X Factor?
Is that X Factor, the one where they have to, like, turn around?
That's The Voice.
Oh, that's...
They don't have a golden buzzer
X Factor,
for that.
Then?
They're the ones with the X's on the front. Where, like, if they don't like it, they press it and it turns red.
I thought that was, is that the one of, what was his name? Simon, the one that was really mean?
Simon Cowell?
Yeah.
I know he's on American Idol.
Am I thinking of American Idol?
That's a singing one. With,
we don't know
Ryan
American
Seacrest.
We don't know American shows at all. He's the host, though, right? He just stands there. All he does in that show...
I don't know if he's still the host.
All he did in the show was just being like, oh my god. Like, that's all he ever did. I feel like he didn't really contribute.
Wait. Is Tyra the host now? Tyra Banks?
Oh my... Is she?
Wait, she's a host on something.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, we don't know our American culture.
I'm gonna have to brush up on it.
Anyway.
I don't think that Minotaur 11 has to worry too much about sneezing while driving.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, okay, what up? Don't worry about it. Don't you do it! Okay, what if... Because for me, I tend to sneeze twice. Every single time I have to sneeze, I usually end up sneezing twice. Mm-hmm. What if that person sneezes 5 times in a row? I think that's my fear. I don't care if I sneeze once while I'm driving, or if I were to drive. I wouldn't care if I sneezed once. But if I had, like, I just had to sneeze 4 times, I think I'd want to die. I already want to die sneezing 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it while driving,
Just stop the car.
You can't stop. What if you're on the highway?
Slow it down. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what I would do.
Slow down the highway and they get pummeled by the car behind you. No.
They're not. Well, if you slow down at a reasonable rate, they're not gonna ram into you.
But what if you sneeze and your leg twitches and you like hit the gas and you just go choop?
I don't know. You'll probably die. I guess.
You're not Minotaur 11. You got a point. Sneezing while driving is pretty dangerous. I would not want that to happen to me ever again.
Yeah.
No, not ever again. I don't want that to happen to me.
Okay, but you've never driven.
Well, I wouldn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
That counts for something.
Okay.
Alright, well, we made it through a bunch of fears for our first podcast. I hope you enjoyed.
That was fun.
I have a lot of funnier ones, but we'll talk about that in the next podcast. So to conclude, we wanted to do this game, I guess, where this was because we had a conversation about idioms and how, like, what's an idiom, and then, you know, what's an example of an idiom. So the premise of this is basically, in America, there are a lot of idioms, and normally you would kind of hear them as you grew up, but we both came from immigrant parents, and so we didn't grow up hearing American idioms.
At least from our parents.
Yeah, at least from our parents. They didn't. Well, my parents didn't grow up speaking English at all.
Yeah.
So I remember when we remembered when we were in school, we would have to do like homework assignments based on idioms, and we're just like, no idea, because we'd have to search them up. We have no idea. We've never heard of things like that before. So here I have a few idioms, and I'm either going to ask you to complete it. So I'll say the first half, and then you have to complete it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look so stupid.
Or you have to define it, or do both.
Wait.
Yeah.
Do I get a point if I do I get double points if I define it and?
If you can get them both right.
And finish it?
If you can get them both right.
Wait, is that 1 point?
That's
is there a point system?
We'll make a point system. We'll make a point system. I'm not gonna keep track, but I'll keep it down there somewhere. I'll have like a pointer system.
Okay.
Okay, this one I think you've heard of. Okay. So you're gonna finish it, okay?
Sure.
So the beginning of it is between a rock
and a hard place.
Okay, what does it mean?
You're stuck between two decisions, right?
What kind of decision?
Hard decisions.
There you go. Yeah. Stuck between two very bad options.
Hard, like rock and a. Okay.
It's terrible. Don't ever make that joke again.
It's not a joke.
Okay, so you got 2 points for that.
Okay.
Next is buy a lemon. What does that mean?
That's the whole phrase?
When I first saw this, I actually burst out laughing because I was like, what does this mean?
Buy a lemon?
Uh-huh.
Is it like, go fuck yourself, buy a lemon?
I actually really like that. It's not the answer, but I really like that. You got a similar vibe.
Okay.
So it means to purchase a vehicle that constantly gives problems or stops running after you drive it away.
Oh.
I feel like that's such a useless phrase. Like, when would you ever use that? I've never even heard someone
My dad could use that. He bought a lemon.
Oh my god. Would there even be a situation where you would say, like, buy a lime?
What's the lime supposed to be?
Well, what's a lemon supposed to be? A car, a vehicle? Like, that makes no sense. That's why I laughed when I saw it. Alright. This one, I'll give you a hint because otherwise I don't think you'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to finish it.
Okay.
So the first part is, can't cut. Like, cannot cut. It's 2 words.
2 words after it?
Yeah. And I'll give you a hint, it's a condiment. So can't cut blank blank.
It's a Condiment.
Mm-hmm.
Mustard?
Oh my! Mustard? You holy shit! Yeah.
Cut the mustard? That's
can't cut the mustard. What does it mean?
What does it mean? Oh, I know this though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it means. It's like, is it like, stop what you're doing?
Can't cut the mustard! Drop it! No. What if I give it to you in a sentence? I don't even know how to use this in a sentence.
Wait, I only said one word though. You said it's 2 words? I only said mustard.
It's can't cut the mustard.
Oh.
Yeah. Can't cut mustard ketchup!
I was about to say hard ketchup.
No! Can't cut hard ketchup!
Oh. What does it mean?
You want to give me do you want me to give you the definition? I don't mind. I can just.
Yeah, I don't think I can remember.
Someone who isn't adequate enough to compete or participate. And that's why I said I don't even know how to use this in a sentence.
Yeah.
How would you use it in a sentence? Like they can't cut the mustard?
I've usually heard people say like cut the mustard, not the can't.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure like one of my teachers have said it before.
Wait, does that mean they are adequate then? If they cut the mustard?
Yeah, like it's good enough.
What a weird. Like I'm saying it's weird because I've never heard of this before. Okay, this one. This one you have to define.
Okay.
The whole thing is finding your feet.
That's it?
Yep. Finding your feet. What does that mean?
Finding your way.
Close.
Your future.
Almost. It means to become more comfortable in whatever you are doing.
Okay. I get that.
This one's really funny because it makes no sense, but maybe you'll know it. Alright, you have to complete it. It's gonna be 2 blanks. No room to swing. Blank, blank. No room to swing. You know, I'll even make it easier for you.
The bat.
You're very close. No room to swing a
bat. Was that right?
No. You're close though. It's no room to swing a cat. What does that mean? What do you think it means?
I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So if you swing a cat,
oh my god,
you're gonna cause a lot of problems. I've got no room for that. This is a problem-free space. Don't swing a cat in here.
I really like that actually.
How close am I?
It just means an unusually small or confined space. So literally, no room.
You just mean no room.
That's like it takes less time to say there's no room or this is a small space than it is to say there's no room to swing a cat in here.
They just want to be funny.
So that's why I said you're close. No room to swing a bat. Just one letter.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like the whole what was it? Oh no, I was thinking of you can't open an umbrella indoors.
Oh, yeah. That's just a superstition.
Do you know where it originated from, actually?
Russia.
That's not what I meant. Oh. And it's like the theory behind it. Russia.
Because it's not raining indoors.
Okay.
So you don't want to open an umbrella like it's raining. What does it mean?
No, so the origin came from, I think rooms used to be a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So if you open an umbrella, you'd poke someone's eye out, or you'd risk injuring someone else. So the theory is, don't do it because it's bad luck, because you're going to hurt someone if you do. I think that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Okay. But no, that makes sense.
That's why there's no room to swing a cat. Alright, this is funny. What does this mean? 23 skidoo.
That's not fair.
I know, when I saw this, there was absolutely no context.
23 skidoo.
So to help you with this one, I'll give you a hint, because I think that's fair. I don't know if I'm using this correctly at all.
Uh-huh.
I think he came into my office but I 23 skidooed him.
You left.
No, but you had the right idea. It's to be turned away.
So you turn away someone?
Wait, to be turned away.
To be turned away?
Yeah.
Are you sure her example made sense?
I don't think my example made sense.
He walked into the office and I 23 skidooed? I think that's like a thing you use, like you skidoo someone.
You think you skidoo someone? Why is it 23 in there in the first place? That's my question. You do it 23 times.
I have no idea.
Alright. This one you might get. Use your loaf. Loaf as in Loaf. Like a bread, like a loaf of bread.
Use your brain.
Ooh! Yes.
Thank you.
This one is for you.
Okay.
You have to finish it.
Uh-huh.
The first part is Van Gogh's ear.
How many words are after?
2 words.
For you? Van Gogh's ear is off? Is gone?
You're on the right track. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Van Gogh's ear for music. What does that mean? What does that mean?
You have bad taste in music.
Almost.
You have bad hearing.
Closer.
You're deaf.
What kind of deaf?
Tone deaf.
Yes. I can do it. That's very good.
Yeah, you led me there, but it's okay.
This one makes no sense to me at all. Wag the dog. Like WAG, wag. And then the dog.
The duck?
The dog.
Oh.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Don't force someone to be happy. Don't provoke someone.
I'm just gonna tell you what it means.
Am I really off?
Am
I like not in the right direction at all?
You're like in the ball game. You're in the crowd. You're like all the way over here, and this is where your answer is. You're like making your way. Like you'd scoot there somehow.
Is it like don't do something?
It means a diversion away from something of greater importance.
Okay. How does that make sense? Okay.
Listen, I was going through the list of these, and I'm just like finding your feet. What does that mean? Like,
okay, I've heard that one before.
You have?
I think so,
Oh
but I've never
gosh.
heard wag the dog.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure not a lot of people have heard of that one.
All right, let's see if you know this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to finish it. Wear your heart. Wear as in like to wear something.
On your sleeve.
Ooh, okay. What does it mean?
To like be open about your feelings?
Yeah. To openly and freely express your emotions.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
This one, I think you've heard of, but I think a normal person, I don't know if people would normally...
normal person.
I don't think most people would know it's an idiom. I don't know. When it rains, blank blank.
It pours.
What does it mean?
When things are bad, it gets worse.
See, that's what you think.
When things are bad, it gets better.
No.
Oh, you're
The first one made more sense.
I know.
If anything.
Because you're like, you're close. I don't know, maybe.
Also, I don't think this is a very good idiom.
I don't know what it means.
So it means, since it rarely rains, when it does, it will be a huge storm. See, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't think this is a good idiom. Because it's quite literal.
Maybe that's just not a good explanation.
Maybe it is the first meaning then. Like, where you said, like, if something's bad, it'll be worse.
Yeah, but, like...
Like, that makes more sense than...
That in it of itself, I don't see anyone ever saying that, like, when it's bad, it gets worse.
That's true.
I don't know when I would ever use that phrase.
I don't like it at all.
Maybe, like, for someone who doesn't have a lot of problems. I don't know.
You're saying me.
Next one.
Okay. This one you just have to define. You can't take it with you.
You can't take it with you. Is that what it means?
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what it means. But what's the meaning behind it? You can't take it with you.
I don't know.
I'll give you an example. I know you asked for the new iPhone, but you can't take it with you.
You can't steal it.
Stealing is wrong.
You can't. You're too poor. You're poor.
No, oh my god! Are you trying to accuse me of something? No, that's not what it means.
What? Say it again. Say your example.
I'll give you another example. Why do you need a new car when your old one works perfectly fine? You can't take it with you. I think these are really good examples, okay?
Don't take something you don't need.
Oh my god.
Is that right?
No. It means enjoy what you have and not what you don't have, since when you die, you cannot take things with you.
I was thinking of that, but I didn't want to be morbid.
Okay, I think this one's easy. Don't put all your eggs. Blank.
Oh, say it again?
Don't put all your eggs. And then there's 3 blanks.
In the oven. Oh, in the basket. Am I right?
In the oven.
It was a basket, right? In the bag.
How many baskets? Think about
in
it.
One basket.
Yeah. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. What does that mean? This is easy.
Don't do more than you can do. Don't take more than you can.
You can't take
handle.
it with you.
Don't do more than you can handle.
Kind of, yeah. Do not put all your resources in one possibility.
Oh, I was wrong.
Don't bet everything on one thing.
That's a good one.
Define this. Flash in the pan.
I've heard that one.
Oh, really? I have not heard a lot of these.
Yeah, but flash in the pan.
Mhm.
Like your hat.
Yo, you see that girl? She's a flash in the pan.
Smart.
No.
Person who's smart.
A
person who's quick.
No. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
Something that shows potential or looks promising in the beginning, but fails to deliver anything in the end.
I would have never gotten that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Not playing with a blank.
Not playing with a...
And then 2 blanks.
Do you know this one?
Nope. I don't know a lot of these. 23 Skidoo. I have no idea. Use your loaf. Wouldn't have gotten it.
Don't play with a what?
Wait. Not playing with a blank.
Not playing... I feel like I know this. Not playing with a sad dog.
What would that even mean?
Oh, I thought you were gasping because I was right. I'm disappointed. Not playing with a wet. Am I right?
No.
Am I close?
No.
With a broken.
Not playing with the full blank.
Pan. Pot.
What the
deck.
fuck was that? Yo! Yeah, it is deck, yeah. Okay. What does that mean? Not playing with a full deck.
That you don't have all the opportunities. You don't have all the resources. Oh, you're dumb.
Yeah. Someone who lacks intelligence.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I actually really
Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorite ones in the list I compiled. That was a really cute one. Alright. Pig in a blank.
Blanket.
It's not blanket.
Aw, dang it.
I thought of that too when I first read it. I was like, pig in a blanket?
Pig in a room.
No.
Pig in a...
I'll give you a hint. It's what,
puddle.
No. Pig in a puddle! That sounds so sad. It's what, if you imagine, middle schoolers.
Sky.
They're flirting. Listen,
Oh, okay.
They're flirting. What? they're flirting around with each other. What is something that they do to each other?
Kiss?
Less.
Hug?
Less.
Hold hands?
Less. Not relationship, but like your classic middle school, like...
Talk?
A little bit more.
Flirt? Poke?
Yeah.
Picking a poke?
Yeah.
Wait. That was a horrible...
Yeah. I picked the ones that you, like, obviously you wouldn't know.
Okay.
That's funnier.
Picking a poke.
What does that mean? I don't even think you'll get it because it makes no sense.
I've heard this one.
Are you serious? You've heard of a lot of these.
A person who is dumb.
No. It means a deal that is made without first examining it.
That makes sense.
How? Picking a poke?
Yeah, it's a pig and a poke.
You don't even know what that means! Don't try to pretend like you do.
I'm guessing a poke is a tiny thing.
Like a blanket?
Like, they didn't think this through. You can't get a pig and a poke.
That's so stupid. That's not how you use it, no way. I think that's it.
All?
Yep. I think the silliest one was probably buy a lemon.
That one's stupid.
That one made no sense. But I also included a few, like, common ones because it's good to make you feel a bit more confident.
Oh, thank you.
I like Van Gogh's ear for music.
Yeah, that one's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like pig and a poke.
Why? Does the sound cute?
Yeah.
It does sound cute.
Yeah. I like these.
Alright, well, hope you had fun guessing and laughing at these. I don't know what score you got.
Oh, right. I didn't keep track.
Alright, what do you think you got? What do you think you got?
I think I got a 3.
A 3?
I got a 3.
I think you got more than a 3. I'm gonna guess you got... No,
4.
12 is really high.
5.
I'm gonna say 6. I would go as far as say 6.
I'm gonna go with 5.
Alright, well, we'll see who's right.
Yeah.
Alright, that ends our first podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Tune in next episode.
Episode?
Episode?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, tune in that next episode.
Time.
Yay, bye.
Bye.